All right. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, everyone. So, welcome to International Public Employment Service Symposium 2021. All right, for this session, you will have me, Farah, as your moderator, and we will have Mr. Jabir Meftah. Hi, Jabir, how are you?
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Honestly, today I'm a bit sick, so akan nampaklah my energy a bit low. Tapi I'll give my best and harap kita tak terbersing ke terbatuk-batuk ke. Tapi it's not COVID, don't worry guys. Ini daripada overwork.
All right, it's not COVID. Okay, it's overwork. Okay, so we can see that Jabir is very active. He is actually a founder of NGO at a very young age, Jabir. You are only 21, right?
Yeah, I'm 21. Baru masuk few months ago.
Okay, all right. So with the theme of the forum, which is reviving, realigning, rebuilding the labor market, so we bring a different kind of group, especially from the youth. We want to hear from you since you actually founded an NGO. All right, so we would like to know a little bit about your background, where does your family come from, and how you actually ended up being an actor while still studying and founded an NGO at a very young age. Will you mind to share that with us?
All right. Sure. Thank you very much for the wonderful question. So basically, in a nutshell, my journey is that, okay, first my background. My mom is Malaysian from Kedah, Sungai Petani, and my dad is from Tunisia. So they met at UIA, and okay, that's another journey lah, orang lain pun journey. So my journey, my personal journey, it all started dekat sekolah. Banyak sekolah juga alamak 7 sekolah. So I'm currently studying in University Teknologi Petronas, and how I got involved dengan all those stuff yang you mentioned tadi is that there is a vast world of knowledge, entertainment and volunteerism out there. So I would like to see it all and live it all. Macam I want to enjoy all of the experiences that it can offer. So basically a little bit more about me is that I'm very passionate about empowering and mobilizing the youth, especially for greater purposes. Seperti mana Soekarno kata, beri aku 1000 orang tua, nescaya akan kucabut semaru dari akarnya. Beri aku 10 pemuda, akan kugoncangkan dunia. So I believe that orang muda ni, diorang ada potensi yang sangat besar. Tapi most of them, they are not aware of it. So I'm very passionate about making them aware, and I like seeing people happy. So that's how I enjoy my time lah. I like making people happy. So being a student, of course, I was very a little bit of how I ended up here is that dulu I had a scholarship from Yayasan Penaju, and they prevented scholars daripada working or doing part times, and I wasn't allowed to work and be active sangat sebab it might affect my academics. So masa tu I feel macam alamak, this is not very me. So I decided to leave the scholarship and pursue my own dreams, and that's how I ended up here doing all of this kind of things.
Right. That's a very brave for you to actually leave the scholarship behind and to do what you really want to do. Sebab the title of your session is actually Choose Your Own Destiny, Embracing Life Through Volunteerism. And then the fact that you're saying that you leave the scholarship just to pursue your dreams, it's very, macam I pun terkejut, wow, right? It's something wonderful that you are passionate about yourself and then you really want to know what do you want to do in life. All right. So, for your, in your opinion, what is the most important factor for youth to take more ownership of their lives? You know, like they should be owning their own lives so that when it comes to any adversity, they won't blame for others. What are the key factors that will bring towards that? You know.
Key factors. Sekejap nak bersin. Oh, sorry guys, a bit sick. I'm really sick today. So, important factor is that the youth will lead tomorrow. We will all live in the future and not just completely own our life, but we will also own other people's life. We will become the leaders of tomorrow. So, we have to step up and do something. No matter what happens, kita kena step up juga. Because if we were to remain silent, we will just be guilty of complicity, sebab at the end kita are accountable for everything that's going to happen in the future because that's our future. And the people who are living now, they won't be in the future to hold accountable. So again, the most important factor is that the youth will lead tomorrow, and the world is literally dying. So there is no way that we can reverse back the crisis. So we have to step up and do something. I think the biggest factor is that, because personally, it is motivating me enough to go out of my own comfort zone, do something that is not normal, because I feel like this is something yang I don't really choose to do, but I'm forced to do, because the future is at stake. My future is at stake, and we have a single mission, which is to protect and hand on the planet to a better, in a better shape for the futures. But imagine in the next 10 years, sekarang kita ada the COVID-19 crisis, and then we're going to have a recession, and then we're going to have a bigger climate crisis. In the next 10 years, macam mana kita nak hidup nanti? Masa I am 21 now, after I turn 31, how's the world going to look like? Is it going to be the same like this, ataupun is it going to be worse? Definitely it's going to be worse. And lepas dah dengar IPCC report yang mengatakan virus-virus yang beku selama beribu-ribu tahun dekat North Pole dengan South Pole akan nyah beku, and there's a lot of viruses yang akan datang yang kita tak pernah prepare for. So
yeah. Even the pandemic COVID-19 pun we didn't predict. Who knows, like siapa sangka like in 2 years time kita everything is online, we can't see people physically, we don't feel the emotion of it, right?
Exactly. Lepas tu we have only one single crucial mission sekarang ni, is that we have to protect and hand on the planet to the next generation safely, sustainably and habitably. Tak betul. Tapi yes, that's our kita hidup sekarang ni, and kita yang kena step up, and that's why you are seeing a lot of young people going out of their own comfort zone. Siapa yang suka keluar dari comfort zone? We deserve to have our childhood, we deserve to have our youth days, kita punya university life, tapi kita semua terpaksa keluar daripada our comfort zone because the situation is getting dire now. So that's why a lot of youth, not only me, out there yang decide to take lead of their own destiny and do something about the situation.
All right. And then the fact that you have passion in volunteerism, what are the key elements that drove you to be consistent and firm? Sebab we understand, doing one the NGO, you mean how you actually manage it, like being firm and consistent, like people might say no to you, and then how you actually overcome that.
True. Thank you for the wonderful question. Memang so far ramai juga yang say no, and that's something yang I makan for breakfast. People say no. So daripada 1,000 orang cakap no, definitely 100 people will lend their yes. Daripada 100 people, at least 10 will say yes, I'm on board with you. So that's how it all started. Dulu it all started with a lot of people I approach, semua cakap no, and then some people dengar tu tak busy lah semua kan. And sekarang the 10 people yang I started with ni, we have grown to 4,000 people, and all of those people yang cakap no before this semua dah start datang balik. So of course the key element that drove me to become very consistent and resilient dengan apa-apa berlaku, jatuh berapa kali pun, just keep going, because this is all motivated by my big why I started all this in the first place. And the reason why I started semua ni is because of what will happen in the future. Macam I said tadi, people are treating the COVID-19 crisis as a crisis. When we talk about COVID-19, we're not talking about getting more job opportunities in the healthcare sector. Kita tak cakap pasal more doctors yang dapat kerja. Kita cakap pasal macam mana kita nak get people vaccinated as fast as possible and get over this pandemic secepat mungkin. And when we talk about the climate crisis, that's going to affect us 1,000,000 times worse. I might start exaggerating sekarang ni, tapi it's true. People are treating this as benda yang boleh bagi opportunity. Macam, we can create more job opportunity in the engineering punya sector. Kita boleh dapat more green technologies and everything. So, what will happen to the future? My future. And my future is your future, especially the young people. So, my big why that is motivating me to go out of my own comfort zone and be consistent and firm in what I'm doing is that my future is at stake, and I'm desperate for a better future. That's why. And why is it going to happen? Because of the presence sekarang ni lah. Because of the culture of the benda-benda yang kita dah biasa buat sekarang ni is going to really ruin our future, and it's going to happen in the next 10 years. Tak perlu tunggu 10 years pun. It's actually happening right now in front of us, in front of our own eyes. So at the end kita akan affected, and it is pushing us to beyond our comfort zone, to keluar and do something. So people say that through volunteerism we cannot do much, especially NGOs ke apa. But NGOs are the rising star in the global stage. NGOs especially are important actors on the global socio-economic punya stage. For decades, ada 3 power yang tengah balance each other. First is the NGO, second is the private sector, and then the government punya sector. So if you see the past few decades, the two have been at the front selalu, have been dominating the stage, which is the private and the government. Tapi sekarang ni you see a lot of NGOs yang datang, and NGOs is a pressure group which is very strong, and we have the power and authority to do the same thing like the 2 other sectors. Tapi orang tak fully utilize their potential dekat dalam bidang itu. So that's why the key element that drove me to become consistent dengan what I do is that my big why. My big why I'm here in the first place is because the world is at because I believe that semua orang need to start doing something at their own capacity and boleh buat to just not, you cannot be a solution to this big problem, but at least you can be part of the solution. So that's my big why. Ataupun yang tengah pusing belakang.
Yep, that one. It's your My Youth Care kan, nama you punya NGO. Sebab kita faham with the support of private sectors and also the government sector, sometimes it's not enough to cater for everyone, and thus NGO plays a part for the society itself kan. Okay, so how may I ask you, okay, kalau you can tell us a little bit more about My Youth Care Malaysia, and then how this NGO is different from others. Okay, so that more people are interested in joining volunteerism, becoming a hero of their own destiny and all that. What would you tell us about that?
All right, thank you very much for the question. First, I would like to add on a bit pasal tadi. Yes, the government ada satu body je, and they cannot cater everything. Private sector pula, they have their goals yang diorang kena capai, their stakeholders diorang kena jaga. So NGOs is where we can navigate easily and have more access to many things, resources yang dalam 2 sektor tu is a bit hard to navigate through. So how you can become a hero juga is that, okay, first of all I would like to explain what we do in Youth Care Malaysia. Basically apa yang kita percaya kat sini is that we want to shift the mindset dalam our society, because to shift the mindset we need to set the right trend, especially untuk orang muda. Sebab untuk orang muda ni, if you want to control the future, you have to control the youth. So they will be living in the future. To control the youth, you have to control apa yang diorang suka, which is entertainment. So entertainment is trends, benda-benda yang seronok, benda-benda yang diorang suka buat, benda-benda yang diorang enjoy, dan benda-benda yang bagi diorang glamour, yang rasa seronok semua tu lah. So to have that, we need a very strong infrastructure to make it very easy for anyone to become a hero through volunteerism.
Okay. Now I see why you are an actor too kan.
Yeah, and actually not only me, in our team ada ramai actor, actress, singers yang dah even featured on New York punya billboard semua in our team, because we all believe in the same thing, that it's time for the entertainment industry to actually help play the crucial role of, sebab volunteerism, you know, giving back to the society ni is not really exclusive. It's never exclusive. It is available to everyone. Tapi it is very concentrated to a certain group of people. Yang mak ayah tu volunteer, kawan-kawan volunteer. Like me, I was never exposed to this world of volunteerism sampai umur 19. So pernah lah expose sikit, tapi it looks very boring, very macam apa benda ni is for the adults. So that's why, sekejap, nak tarik balik. Okay, so never kita it's very concentrated. So daripada 100% tu maybe a few percentage yang tahu pasal volunteerism ni. So we want to make it available to the masses yang this fan base semua, the 90%, 70% yang tak akan tahu pasal ni, tapi they watch TV, they watch the entertainment, they play through Instagram semua kat Facebook. make it available to them and make it easy for them to enter this volunteerism world. We saturate the world dengan ini. Sebab kalau tengok pun in the World Giving Index, Malaysia, nombor 1 adalah Indonesia. Malaysia pula nombor berapa? Kita jiran sebelah je. Rasanya berapa kita punya placement dekat dalam World Giving Index?
I'm not sure, tapi I don't think kita one of the top in the numbers kan, because sometimes NGO ni you are willing to do without anything in return.
True. So actually, sadly, we are actually at the 43rd place in the World Giving Index. Indonesia sebelah je dapat nombor 1, kita nombor 43. Dekat Malaysia, yes, we have a lot of NGOs, tapi compared to Maldives, compared to Vietnam, dorang punya youth activism, youth participation dalam dunia ni is very, very high. And we can do the same thing in Malaysia.
Jabir, I have a question, because kita punya participant that might come from graduates and even parents or even school leavers kan. Do you think we should instill this kind of volunteerism at a very young age, contohnya macam primary school?
Yes. Actually, the solution to all of this problem, most of the problem dalam dunia pun is education. It all starts from family. Tapi family pun kita boleh control. Ada family bagus atau tak bagus. The thing that we can control is what they get at primary school, dekat tadika. Itu the most crucial stage yang kita punya, sadly we are not fully utilizing our resources dekat stage 2. Compared to Japan, they don't really teach academics, they don't really have grades untuk UPSR, untuk bagi budak stress, more to focus on their adab, their akhlak. Because if I look at myself juga, I never understood anything I studied masa sekolah rendah. I never cared. And when the time come, I feel like I want to do it, terus dapat straight A. Dapat semua F, semua straight A. Sebab benda tu is something very easy for young people to get. Tapi to get it, they need a very high discipline and akhlak. So we believe that
manners is important, right?
Manners, education at primary stage tu is very important to teach us the manners, the discipline, the right mindset, supaya benda tu akan terbawa sampai ni. Kalau nak ubah me as a person 21 tahun walaupun still young, it's very hard sebab kepala dah degil, keras. Lagi yang lebih tua yang unfortunately they had a really unfortunate punya upbringing dekat dalam primary school dengan secondary school. So everything comes back to our education system, tapi we still have to play our role at every stage. Yang the adults yang have the power to do what they have in their capacity to help the young people, and the young people pula, you have the energy dan have the power semua, give your energy. So kita ni macam ada 1,000 warship kan. Dekat Malaysia kita ada ramai sangat volunteer yang hebat, serius, banyak sangat organisasi yang hebat, tapi we are all moving at our own direction, moving here and there semua. So imagine kita ada 1,000 kapal perang yang all facing whatever direction they are facing, and then dekat sebelah pula kita ada 1,000 kapal perang yang all moving together in one line, in one formation, semua gerak together, satu direction. Bila bertembung dua kapal perang ni, dua team ni, siapa yang akan menang? Definitely siapa?
The one with the formation?
Yeah, the formation yang gerak together. So that's what we're trying to do here, is that we are trying to become the melting pot untuk memudahkan semua orang to collaborate together, and we can move together and amplify the impact by activating youth potential. Ingat kita ada 15 juta belia dalam Malaysia, and tak perlu 15 juta, we just need at least 10% ataupun 1% je daripada 15 juta tu untuk activate their potential, and that's already very big, very big. So itulah, we are in the age of digital, and it is very easy for us to promote, direct and intervene in social punya reform, as what we've seen before. So it's time for us to take lead of our destiny and do something using our phone. Tak perlu buat besar-besar pun.
Betul. Okay, since you're very young, kan, and then you actually one of the youngest founders of NGO in Malaysia, maybe you boleh share dekat to the participants here and to our audience here, what kind of rejection yang you terima, like what kind of rejection, the example of it, alright, when it comes to volunteerism or setting up the NGO itself. Okay.
there's so many types of rejection lah, and kan kita tahu juga diorang reject tu bukan sebab alasan yang diorang tunjuk depan, diorang kata komitmen semua, tapi at the end it's because sometimes it's because we are very young. Dia kata what can the young people do? Ada yang kata sebab you guys don't have enough experience, ataupun you guys don't have enough expertise yang kuat yang to understand the problem yang ada. So what? That's not my problem. Since you ada expertise dengan experience, why not you show me how to do it? I have the energy, so I'm doing what I do. So yes, so many people rejected awal-awal dulu. But after 1 year, after they see our growth, terus semua cakap yes. No one rejected. And sekarang ni, for our NGO punya face is that all of those rejection are turning into our biggest supporters and our strongest. So at the end, untuk NGO, our biggest asset is the people, and they are the biggest liability. So yes, so many people have rejected. As I said before, daripada 1,000 orang, 100 je akan bagi their yes. Dia akan dengar, okay lah, apalah aku nak membebel, cakap lah. Daripada 100 tu, 10 je yang akan cakap, okay fine, because you are my best friend, I will follow you. Because you are my family, I will follow you. Itu je lah. At the end, best friend dengan closest family je yang follow. Tapi
but it keeps growing kan?
It's growing rapidly sekarang ni. We are going through a very big upgrade. We have professional daripada so many places, generally daripada Petronas, daripada the Door Chemical Company, daripada Astro. So many professionals coming together. Magistrate yang dah berpuluh tahun bekerja sebagai lawyer semua dah masuk, and now we have a very strong team, and we are planning to go in 2022.
Oh, okay. How do you guys cater untuk managing the NGO kan? Since my youth care, kita faham sekarang it's pandemic, you can't do things physically. How do you do all the programs?
Okay, Youth Care Malaysia.
Youth care Malaysia, sorry.
Okay, tak apa. Nanti join lah. Okay, so anyway, basically, okay, we have a team of 500 people, cross-functional team yang work together daripada different punya ni, and different background, different style of working. Macam mana nak manage? Dalam kata lain, pecah kepala lah, sebab okay, I can give my personal punya opinion lah, my personal point of view as the president, as the youngest person in the organization, if not one of the youngest. Everyone below me is professional. Lawyer yang dah bekerja 20 tahun, government, corporate sector, engineer yang kau punya masuk, ada researcher, scientist, semua tu kan. So how do you manage them? That's a very very steep learning curve yang if I want to share sekarang ni pun banyak yang akan macam nampak penuh kesakitan lah. Tapi that's the fun of it. I personally get to grow berkali-kali ganda daripada what I used to be before. I used to be someone macam ni, now I'm like someone much better than before lah, especially in 1 year time frame. So how to manage the 500 cross-functional team of professional people, that one better leave it to macam mana cakap to the outcome yang kita akan nampak in the next year. Kalau cakap pun our initiative, our planning semua tu is at the end, what matters most is the outcome. Tapi yang berkaitan dengan the second question tadi apa?
I nak tahu like the types of program that you guys are doing and all that. Yeah, maybe you can share with the audience, and then if they are interested to join, how they can join your NGO.
Alright, so how we adapt in the COVID-19 crisis? Of course, masa awal-awal dulu, we had a grand 2020 plan. And kita memang ada we want to do so many great things. Tapi suddenly datang COVID-19, bam! Semua orang left starstruck, tak tahu nak buat apa. Korang pun sama, rasanya semua company sama juga lah kan. Semua terkejut. Ya, macam selama sebulan semua macam apa tengah berlaku ni. And then masa tu we were very shocked lah kan about what just happened. Tapi we fikir balik, kita ni pemuda. We are branding ourselves as progressive, as digital tech savvy. We are talking that we are youth, we are the future. Takkan tak boleh adapt dengan something yang simple macam ni, or not simple, something macam ni. So that's when we come in and kita thought, okay, let's make the most out of this. Rupanya this COVID-19 crisis is a very very big punya something yang really catalyze our growth. Sebab we don't have to do meetings online, offline. Kita boleh jumpa online, and we can, our project, the way we see how we're going to move forward is much bigger terus. And the outcome yang kita buat is that macam last year, it all started in 2019, where I did a program in 3 days alone. I gathered nearly 150 participants, and then dapat dekat 20 sponsors and collaborators, and semua pakai mask, semua pakai bag, semua dapat t-shirt for free. Macam-macam lah. Breakfast, makan pagi, sarapan pagi, tengah hari, semua tu dalam 3 hari I did alone. And masa tu I was like, if I can do this alone with no experience, no expertise, tak pernah buat macam ni, what if we had a strong team? We had a longer time frame untuk buat. So daripada situ, daripada World Cleanup Day yang kita buat 2019, kita ke depan sikit setahun, World Cleanup Day yang kita buat dengan NGO, masa tu ada NGO, we managed to do the same thing but at a bigger scale dekat semua negeri dalam Malaysia. And setiap negeri ada beberapa kawasan, and every kawasan ada beberapa ratus volunteers. And our programs, our mega projects ada 43 in our first year. And 43 mega projects ni, contohnya macam tadilah Malaysia Cleanup Day, kita buat dekat satu Malaysia serentak in one day. Ada juga Pre-Love Carnival, dalam masa 3 minggu saja kita dapat kumpul lebih pada 30,000 pakaian, and kita edarkan dalam masa 1 hari dekat semua satu negara. Very hard to explain sebab you know the nak explain benda besar kan.
You know the flow that you guys actually went through tu, you guys take a shorter time period, even though dalam pandemic you guys actually manage to come up with that kind of result kan.
And bukan setakat shorter, tapi boleh katakan 90% adalah budak-budak teens ataupun youth yang memang tak tahu apa. So it is very shocking lah to see that the outcome can be such grand and powerful bila yang dijalankan tu adalah budak-budak 14 tahun kadang-kadang, budak 13 tahun yang macam tak tahu apa, yang macam they are fan of a celebrity, not me lah, macam another celebrity. Lepas tu dia macam, abang buat apa tu? And then kita kata we just doing some programs. Apa tu, nak join? Okay, join. Suddenly dia boleh buat kerja lagi bagus daripada most adults. More masuk.
They are more genuine ya.
More genuine also. Lepas tu benda tu is something yang we want to scale up lah. We want to scale up for the next phase of our growth.
Like youth can come together and then create a better future for ourselves kan. Sebab they have their own passion and everything. Just like you're still studying an actor and become one of the youngest founder of NGO. Right, it's very interesting to know about this. Okay, so this is our last question now because we only have 20 minutes. So what do you want to say to youth, right, fresh grads? As we know, people are facing a hard time during this pandemic, right? Maybe some of the fresh graduates, they are having a problem in securing a job, and then even school leavers also, they might not know whether to continue study ataupun nak kerja. Okay, just like Jabir did everything in one go. Okay, a student, an actor, and also a founder of the NGO, right? Like we have Jabirs in this room also together with us. So maybe you can share a little bit on that so that it will give like some spirit curve for the fresh grads out there.
Okay, thank you very much for the wonderful question. Basically apa yang kita boleh buat lah during this crisis, pandemic crisis, and ada orang yang tak tahu nak pergi kerja kat mana, ada yang tak tahu nak continue study ke nak kerja ke, and people say that I do it in one go. Okay, sorry sesemua. Okay, so it is not
maybe
just the
Jabir
pandemic.
kan boleh I nampak ada love dekat the chat here.
Thank you very much.
Semangat untuk Jabir.
So it is not just the pandemic crisis we are talking about, not just the virus and the people in the hospital. It's affecting everything else. Our mental health, our studies, our childhood, our friends, our friendship, our mental health. Semua tu is affecting at a global scale. And benda tu to the point yang benda tu pun lagi dahsyat daripada the virus itself, the pandemic itself. Sebab kau tengok dekat 2,000 orang dah meninggal dunia sebab suicide. That's very, very, very sad to hear actually. 2,000 orang during the COVID-19 crisis. Dekat lah. And boleh katakan 1,000 daripada orang tu adalah budak-budak 15 ke 18 tahun.
Very young,
Let's take a moment and really, ada adik tak Farah? Ada adik tak?
Ada adik. I'm the eldest.
Umur berapa adik? Ada tak 15 ke 18 ke?
My sister is 16.
Okay, bayangkan budak form 4. Budak form 4, masa kita form 4 dulu kita buat apa? Kita just fikir pasal nak study, nak dapatkan A. We never think about committing suicide, but it is, bayangkan adik-adik kita, because I have a sibling juga, siapa ada sibling, bayangkan that sibling is one of the numbers daripada 1,000 orang tu. Scary. And ada juga baca kat Twitter lah, just a very rough assumption. Ada orang kata, a polis kata, daripada 10 orang yang kita reported meninggal dunia sebab suicide, only seorang je yang daripada 10 orang hanya seorang je reported, lagi 10 tu tak di-reported. So kalau kita nak pakai a very rough estimate, daripada 2,000 darab 10 jadi 20,000. Dah 2 kali ganda daripada kes orang yang meninggal sebab COVID. And that's very scary. And that's just mental health kita cakap. So boleh lagi orang yang hilang kerja, berapa ratus ribu orang hilang kerja, sampai this is something very scary. People literally hilang kerja, faham tak? Hilang sumber untuk hidup. And Perkeso mesti tengah risau juga macam mana these people nak hidup semua kan.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of, kalau you tahu about Pemulih, Penjana Kerjaya and everything, Perkeso has been given the mandate to actually segregating all the incentives, right? That's why we work really hard for doing like this kind of webinars, okay? Finding the one who is suitable untuk bagi this kind of knowledge lah, so that people are aware there are help that they can seek, alright, in case they are having this kind of problems. We even have Talian Emosi Perkeso for those who are seeking for psychological punya advice and all that.
Yeah, see, Perkeso just one body, one corporate body, dah stress macam tu, nak risau pasal the country, the people. And Thailand hotline tu, if you heard stories from reports daripada orang masuk Thailand hotline, dia complain about their stress, their issues. At the end, siapa yang suicide? Orang yang the yang receive the call tu, yang patutnya tolong dia yang commit suicide sebelum orang tu dulu. Sebab bila dengar, my situation is just the same as yours, if not much much worse. So this is bam sekali impact semua orang, and including impact our studies, our job. So it will be very tone deaf to say just go and get a job ataupun just work hard.
Yes, betul.
Benda tu dah it doesn't really cakap work hard tu, semua bercakap work hard. Prior to the pandemic, yes,
if you like if you want to say something, let's say an advice, because the shoe might not fit to others, kan?
True. And at the end, the only thing yang I can say is that, because remember kita sekarang ni dalam satu storm yang besar tau, satu lautan yang tengah bergelora, hujan lebat, kilat semua, and semua orang dalam kapal masing-masing. Ada yang dalam yacht yang besar, ada yang dalam Titanic, ada yang dalam sampan yang kecil. So what I can say is that just survive, do whatever you can do to keep yourself intact, and if possible try to help other people dekat sebelah, sebab we are not facing a very big crisis, and a more dangerous crisis is going to come in the future. Lepas COVID-19, kalau lepas ada ni, kalau ada lepas COVID-19, kalau tak ada kita selama COVID-19, kita ada recession, ekonomi jatuh semua, and then climate change lagi, and then ada lagi. It will be never ending. So everyone is struggling, not just because of the disease itself, but it is literally destroying everything that we hold dear to, from our childhood, university life, to our mental health. So please do something, anything. Just look around. Kalau you have the privilege to access more resource daripada online, just look around and see what you can do. Just volunteer is not just turun padang bagi makanan. No, that's not volunteer. Volunteer that's a form of volunteer. Volunteer is anything. You see your sibling tengah bekerja online, dia tengah stress, volunteer yourself and go wash the pinggan. as simple as that. Start with the one closest to you, your family, your parents, your cousins, your best friends, and then slowly grow if you have bigger capacity. So itulah, find any organization to give back. Ada banyak NGO kat luar sana. Ada banyak corporate company, ada banyak government punya incentive, initiative. Just find the one yang betul-betul selari dengan your passion and give back. Itu je. If you don't look at others. I did all in one go because I have no other option. I have to work. I have to do this because I don't like waiting, and I have to study at the same time. So if you are young, trust me, you have a very big potential dan capacity juga. You have big energy. 24 jam tu is a lot sebenarnya. Sampai dah buat semua ni tak ada banyak. Instead of wasting time, spending, alah, ini semua sebelum COVID bercakap lah, daripada bazir masa merempit, daripada bazir masa kita buat benda-benda yang bazir masa, better kita macam. Tapi masalahnya, dalam COVID crisis ni, orang kata, try to find some joy. Pergi lepak dengan kawan-kawan. Tapi lepak tak boleh. Pergi call dengan kawan-kawan. Main game. Try to lift up the emotion. So, at the end, just look around you. Start with the process. Find any organization yang selarikan your passion to give back, or even start your own kalau you rasa you have the capability. Very easy to start an NGO and become a hero today. Itu je.
Yep. Alright, Jabir, I think itu adalah salah satu kata-kata semangat untuk youth to be on their own, alright, to have passion about doing something. Alright, I think that's the end of our session. Thank you so much, Jabir. I hope kita punya audience get something today from Jabir so that they actually be more responsible towards their own life, like choosing their own destiny, right? And then become volunteerism. It starts from the house itself, daripada sekolah, like you have to instill the volunteerism too. Okay, is there any last word you would like to say to the audience and also to your Jabirs?
My last word is that again, semua dalam COVID-19 crisis, we are all in a very, very tough situation. Stop hating, start educating, and do something. If you have the capacity to do something, do something. Join UYCM, Youth Camp Malaysia, if you don't know what to do, if you are still looking for a passion. If you have a passion, even better. Find anything yang align with your passion. Paling penting your passion. Kalau you rasa nak empower the youth or mobilize them is not your passion, you don't believe that youth have big potential, you believe that women's right is more important, find an NGO yang buat benda tu. Find a good one lah. And do something. Itu je. Sebab at the end, cakap banyak pun, at the end, what matters most is that you guys do something. Itu je. And jangan lupa support my drama setiap 7 malam dekat TV3.
Oh, Jabir is a finalist hero remaja juga. Okay, with that, I think that's the end of our session. Thank you so much, Jabir. We hope we can collaborate later on. Okay, so to Jabir's fan out there, I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Okay, boleh follow Jabir, and then if you want to know more about Pekiso, we are actually having a lot of career fair and also webinars online. Do follow our Instagram and also Facebook, which is for Instagram, My Future Jobs Official, and for Pekiso, you can follow laman rasmi Pekiso. Alright, so thank you, Jabir. See you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you very much, Farah, and thank you very much, Pekiso, for the opportunity, and bye-bye semua.
Alright, bye.